Hey everybody, it's me Larry, the guy who didn't go to jail last episode. Now, let's take a look at last episode to see why everybody but Eligos went to jail last episode in this episode, which is episode 13. Enjoy the episode.
Well, stealing isn't bad. That's just what people who are bad at it say.
25 gold on Vilhelm.
We've got a new winner, Yellow!
Tomorrow during the festival, come to Larry's pub.
Hey, old, do you think it's worth putting money on Vilhelm again?
Did you see his shoulders? They are pretty broad.
You're both ridiculous.
Does a 8 hit you?
An 8?
Yes.
Finn.
Did an 8 hit? So one of them rolls a nat 1.
Does that hit?
I don't know.
So she rolled a 9. Did that hit?
Does a 42 hit? Jump, Vilhelm, jump!
So I'm gonna try and smack him in the knees.
The classic dwarf move.
And then right after the classic dwarf move, everybody got knocked out and arrested. Episode 13.
All right, so everybody, welcome back. It's episode 13 of Good Job Adventures. Wait, are we clapping?
No.
I mean, 3 of us just said the word clap.
You did all say the word clap. Yep, just getting back to it. So everyone, episode 13. Thank God we're not starting with that part of the party. So, picking up from where last session left off, Eligos, your companion now is still standing in front of you. And his offer was still standing. He wants to help your friends escape from jail, but in exchange for a favor. Just wanted to know, if you would accept that, or, ask him a couple other questions if you wanted to know more.
Do I get to know what the favor is?
I don't know. Ask him.
Do I get to know what the favor is?
Oh, so he responds to you, he's like, I need you to help me retrieve something out of town.
Could you be a little less vague?
Well,
Maybe.
maybe, he responds, but I'd rather tell you on the way there. It's really not worth explaining if you're not coming along.
All right, how do I know this isn't gonna get me in trouble with the law too?
Because it's outside of town.
And
there's no law outside of town. We're going to the forest.
All right.
I will also note, I'm not burning the forest down. Okay, lit. All right, so don't worry, Perfect Eligos. I'll send some guys for your friends. And as soon as he says that, a carriage pulls up from behind him, and he climbs in and motions for you to enter.
All right, Eligos is gonna cautiously get in and enter, and he's gonna turn. He's gonna right before he gets in, turn around and say, "Listen, I understand that there's really no way for me to tell whether or not you're gonna come through with what you're saying you can do for me, but just know that if you're trying to pull something here, I have the means to make you regret it."
And he kind of looks at you, he's like, what kind of person do you think I am, Eligos? No, I'm not pulling anything. I just need some help. And I definitely will pull through for your friends. Don't worry. I'm sending some people. They'll go get them out. So as soon as you get that piece of, dialogue over, the carriage starts to move over the cobblestone streets as it bumps, rocking the ride side to side. And you kind of doze off for a short time. It is about 2 a.m. As you guys are going through this. And Eligos, for a moment while you're inside of this carriage, you then wake up to the sounds of clashing swords and structures crumbling. And the sound is deafening. And Eligos, your eyes fly open, and you're stung in the eyes with the dense ash that surrounds this battlefield. You're no longer inside of a carriage, and you look around, and you see a sea of corpses. Some wearing your armor, but most dressed in thieves' garbs in the chainmail of a local lord.
Where the fuck did this guy take me?
As you look up now, you see an enemy charging towards you. The soot obscuring your vision. Attempt to roll an attack for me to see if you can block it.
That's gonna be a 12.
Okay, so you weakly hold up your sword, and you're attempting to block his strike, but in an instant from behind you, a flash of silver darts between you and your aggressor, stopping the blow with a loud clash. So as you rub your eyes now from the soot that had kind of kind of made your eyesight blurry, you see the large back of the Grandmaster, the leader of your clan, and as he stands between you and the person who was about to strike you, your soon-to-be successor. And you kind of realize now, at least slightly, that you're dreaming and remembering a time before, and your leader yells, "Open your eyes, Hector! That's one of your own!" And then you kind of stand up, Eligos, now, and you see the successor to your guild, to essentially your guild or your clan. He says, "Sorry, sir. The ash weighed heavily on my vision." And you see his glare is set on you, Eligos, unobscured and piercing. Now your leader responds. He said, "Keep charging forward. Get up, Eligos." And while you've now standing to your feet, Hector kind of spits down on the ground near you and clicks his tongue, and he says to you, "Useless spawn." You feel a flash of anger, and then immediately the scenery disappears, almost being sucked back into your head as you wake up inside of the back of the carriage with a start. And across from you now, your companion who picked you up and put you in there in the first place, you kind of see
Finally awake, are you? You are trying to cross the border, right?
And you see in the background Todd. Oh man, no. So no, it's Skyrim. You just went to a different D&D session. But he's sitting across from you now. Dawn is now breaking your knot in cuffs. And he tosses you an apple. He says, "Well, morning. It seems like you dozed off for a while there."
Well, could you blame me given the time?
Yeah, I could see that. I didn't sleep too long. I slept a little bit longer during the day, but so we're about like 10 minutes away from the outside of town, and I figured I'd fill you in exactly what we're going to go get. So we're going to get a few drops of true root extract. Are you familiar with that?
No, I am not.
Roll a nature check just to see like if Eligos maybe.
Eligos probably, because I rolled an 18 plus 1, 19.
Okay, so yeah, you rolled an 18, so you're able to discern when he says true root extract. It's kind of like a really good fertilizer. It just makes plants grow really quickly. So you know that it's usually difficult to find, and it's not really like sold anywhere. You kind of have to find it in the wild. And he says to you, he's like, "So yeah, are you familiar with this true root extract, or?"
Oh, I mean, I know what it's used for, and I know what it is sometimes used for.
All right. Well, that's good enough. Well, I hope you know it's nothing sketchy. I'm a botanist, you know. And as soon as you guys are having that conversation, the carriage stops on the outskirts of the city, and he hops out of the back and gestures you to follow him.
I follow.
All right. He says, "We'll have to go on foot here for the rest of this. Some thick foliage on the way there." And as you hop out and look around now, you see the city a little bit far away now, about a mile or so back. And in about a mile in the opposite direction is a large forest teeming with trees, and the air here, just as you're standing closer to it, is very thick and much cleaner and natural than it is in Ruel, due to the recent construction. So you see your friends start walking, and you decide to follow, heading towards the forest. So now we're actually going to cut back over to Ander.
Also, to clarify, when I said what it's sometimes used for, I'm implying I think this guy might be a fantasy pot farmer.
He is not a fantasy pot farmer. Actually, you know what? That's fair. He says he's a botanist. You can conjecture that. You can make that inference. So
I mean, he was. We did share a jail cell. So
You're basically the Jesse to his Walter White. Fuck, I said Jesser.
oh my god.
He is the Jesser.
He just pulls out a bowl. He's like, "Want some true root?"
yeah, Mr. White.
Oh no. So Ander,
All right.
you awake now inside of your cell, as it's now very early morning, and you take a look around. There's not too much in here. There's a table and a small toilet on the opposite side of the room, so bless Agma on that one. And you don't happen to see your party here, but in the cell with you, sitting down at the table, is actually Abel from the orphanage. He's wearing a gray hoodie, and he kind of waves at you. And he says, "Good morning," with a polite wave and beaming eyes.
Oh. Hey, you're here. What are you doing here?
Well, I got arrested last night, just like you.
Oh, you were there too?
You know it. It was a fun fight.
It was. Although I'm kind of glad it ended when it ended because my friend was gonna get his ass kicked.
Oh yeah, sorry about that.
Yeah, I'm used to it.
Okay. All right, you're delivering for me, buddy. You're oh wow, you're pulling it through.
So much intrigue filled in here.
Yes, very much, yeah. Oh man. So I mean, yeah, he did put up a pretty good fight, but not very well at using a quarterstaff. I feel like he'd use more of an axe, I'd say.
Yeah, he's definitely an X-Man.
He's an X-Men. First class.
So, how do you know a way out of here, or?
Well, there's the door, and he points at it, and it's got a lock on it.
Other than the door, you idiot.
Damn, that was rude. Well, I mean, there's also the window, and he points at the window, and it's barred.
I think I just heard overtones in Morgan's laugh.
Yeah. So, why were you at the pole dancing fights last night?
We were trying to advertise for Larry's, and we walked in and found the pole dancing event, thinking that it was another bar.
Okay. All right. Well, that's pretty legit.
And then, well, my friend ended up getting volunteered for the fights.
Okay. Oh, well, I mean, that sounds like a good enough reason to be there. I mean, personally, I was just there to make a little bit of extra cash, but I had a quick question for you though. I was kind of seeing you, reading at the arena last night, and I was wondering exactly like what you got there. A couple of my friends like reading some stuff from the library too.
Oh, well, I was reading this cookbook.
All right, so you pull out the cookbook from your robes, and he kind of looks at you. He's like, "Oh, that's weird. I feel like I've seen that before." And if you want at this point, Andrew, you can go ahead and read the cookbook.
I had already read the cookbook, and I had read the Festivals of Ruel.
Mm-hmm. I know you read the cookbook, but there's more to read.
Okay, I can keep reading that one then.
All right. So you open up the cookbook, and as you go past the first summary, the summary page that you had read, a lot of the entries seem to be written in some sort of odd code, which you seem to recognize from a sheet that you happen to have picked up inside of the orphanage.
Okay. And am I able to decode it right now?
Yeah, so since you have your Eyes of the Runekeeper, you just take a quick, I'll actually have you roll a quick intelligence check, just to see if you'll be able to read it out.
Alright. That's 12.
So you're able to decode the next section of the book. There's still going to be more, but I'll read it out to you now. So I made a few quests for some guild members to collect more information on these towers. Most of them turn up with the same data, though. They grant wishes. There are 7 of them. Nothing necessarily useful. However, I did happen to have one member tell me each tower only granted a specific manner of wish. When I asked him for more information, he explained that he heard this information from a colleague down at the docks. I prodded him for a little bit more, and he said that for the wishes it could grant, it depended on which one you found and which one would be useful to you. When I asked about the dockhand, he said that he was a friend that he knew briefly, as he gave him passage to Tofek. I must find this gentleman. And that's as far as you're going to get there, and Abel kind of moseys on up, and he's like, "So, you read gibberish?"
Yes, I'm kind of an expert at it.
Well, okay. What's it say?
He normally just eats gibberish.
Yeah. It says that he met somebody at the docks, and based on which of the towers you go to, they give a different type of wish, and you can only get that wish if that wish is one useful to you.
Huh. Well, that's a nice fantasy novel you got there.
It says there's one under Ruel.
And he kind of like stops for a second. He's like, "Well, definitely a hell of a fantasy novel. What type of tower are you talking about?"
Do Do you not know about them?
No, I don't.
Into effect, there are towers where you can explore them, and after a point, you will be granted a wish.
Like, huh. And he kind of thinks for a moment. He's like, so anything, right?
Well, again, like I just read, each tower can only grant a certain type of wish.
Huh. Well, that sounds interesting enough. So he kind of just like sits down and he's like, I wonder what type of wishes they grant, especially one under Ruel. Definitely not a lot of people with good wishes here, I guess. And he kind of just like sits back on down at the table he was sitting at, and he says, Ander, were you separated from your friends at the arena? Did they just knock you in here with me?
Yeah, I think they did.
That seems odd. I don't know why that would be the case, but because, I mean, unless you've picked up on it yet, I was the guy kicking your friend's ass.
Yeah, I picked up on that.
Oh, you did? Because the prompt that the DM gave you about a minute ago wasn't followed up on. But continuing.
Yeah.
Thank you. So he kind of says, he's like, I'm actually kind of wondering if why they put you in here with me. I mean, like, this might sound dumb, but like, are you like some sort of like, are you like a loner or like some sort of like orphan or something?
I mean, I was an orphan.
Did you get parents?
Did you get parents?
No, I grew up.
That's not the sort of thing that goes away.
Continue on. So he's like, so I guess you get it too. I mean, you're an elf or a half elf, right?
He's an elfin.
You're an elfin?
Yes,
Half
I'm
ghost,
an
if I
elfin.
remember correctly.
You're an elfin. All right, yeah, had to check that off. And he's like, I'm not too old. I'm not too old myself. I mean, gotta say sorry, but being an orphan kind of sucks. I'm glad I could talk to someone at least a little bit more familiar with that than I know, like someone else I could have been stuck in here with. So he kind of looks a little bit more satisfied now as he's talking to you. He feels like you kind of like understand to a degree.
So I'm assuming you kind of deal with the orphan thing through fighting?
Well,
You know the orphan thing?
the orphan thing. Yeah, just the orphan thing. And you see he kind of just like looks at you with kind of a sad glance on his face. He's like, well, I just needed some cash. And then he lets out like a deep sigh and rubs his eyes, and he kind of looks at you with a more glazed look in his eyes, as if he's kind of looking through you, and he says, Ander, you, I assume, know what it's like to not have a lot of money, right?
Mm-hmm.
And you see he kind of laughs, and his entire demeanor kind of shifts and changes, his posture a little bit more slumped and lazy, and his tone and word choice now seems to be getting a little bit sloppier and more casual. And he says, so then, I gotta make some cash for the kids, and also for myself. There's, of course, Larry's bar coming up, with all the kids wanting to go into that ball pit. Mm-hmm. So thanks for dropping by. And he kind of gives you a weird look. But I'm trying to make things the same way they were before Ro went away. I mean, unlike a couple of the orphans that are at the orphanage, I never really knew my parents, but that didn't necessarily mean that I didn't have a family. Me, Nash, Cass, and well, Ro. She was like the sweetest person you'd ever meet. I don't know if you know anything about her, but she was just a really cool person. Taught us how to fight. Taught us essentially how to make money, I guess. But she was really the best. But unfortunately, it didn't last forever. Like everything.
Yeah, well, now it's up to you to be that person for the younger kids.
Yeah, that's a positive way to spin it. I mean, I don't mind being those people to the kids there, but I'm really trying to see if I could get the other guys back. Like, as soon as Ro went up and got hurt, I mean, they've never really been the same. Nash kind of going out and working at bars and chasing her dream to be an adventurer. You know, she was just always so timid, just like her little sister. But you know, right after that, something seemed off, and she got way more emotional and a lot stronger too.
I can definitely tell you she got emotional.
What?
Oh, you've met her?
Yes. She threw me out of a bar using magic, and I responded unkind.
And he kind of like that sounds like her now. And I don't know if you've met Cass yet, but he's not too great. He's always popping in and out, you know, living on the streets instead of at home where he could be. But he's been a lot colder since Ro died a while back. You know, I'm really just trying to chase up to them and, you know, catch back up. But I guess if where I need to be is the orphanage, I guess, then that's where I've got to be, right?
If you need to be at the orphanage, I could take it over for a little bit.
You'd take over the orphanage?
Goodbye, Andrew, forever.
Yeah, Anders written out of the campaign now.
Andrew's like, I want to write a new character.
I mean, I don't know if I'd. He kind of is like looking really confused. He was not expecting that. So he's like, you know, now might not be the time to talk about me giving you the orphanage, but I mean, if you're down to work there, I think that would be great.
I can help alleviate what Ro left, if that makes sense.
You can alleviate what Ro left.
Like, I can try to fill in her place, but I don't think I'll do the
You
best
want to fill in
job.
Rose's place? You know, it sounds gross.
All right. Well. All right. We'll talk about it a little bit more. And he kind of like gives you like a quick punch to like your shoulder, like a buddy thing, and then we're actually going to go over to Aul and crew. So.
Yes, it's my crew now.
It's Aul and crew.
Yeah, what the fuck, man?
That's what I just wrote. Aul and crew inside of.
I see you're playing favorites again.
It's not even favorites. So it's just because he's the one who he wakes up. So you kind of wake up now as well with the worst headache you've ever had.
Second worst.
Second worst. You could swear it feels like the ground is shaking you in anger. But then you quickly realize that this is not the side effect of being rabbit punched in the back of the head, but it's actually because there's a small earthquake happening right now, and it kind of shakes the ground, and you're not really enjoying it too much. And you sit up with a start as the shaking stops, and you shield your eyes from the light shining in through the windows of the cell, and the cold metal bed you lay upon creaks as you shift your weight, and the sound comes with a mild annoyance. You look around, and inside the cell you see Vilhelm and Breathweaver. Vilhelm has a massive black eye on the left side of his face as he sits at the table.
Sorry, you said black eye, correct?
Black eye, yep.
Okay.
As he sits at the table grimacing, while Breathweaver sits opposite him, inspecting only the dragon pieces of the dragon chessboard left on the table. Curiously enough, though, only Anders seems to be missing from the party. So you guys can start to talk amongst yourselves for now.
Are there other dragon piece chesses around? I mean, chess
Dragon
pieces
piece
around?
chesses.
Breathweaver, why? Stop focusing on the chessboard. Let's get out of here. Also, I'm assuming that it's been established that when I get knocked unconscious, I don't revert to my form, right? So
I believe in the simulation inside of Prey's simulation. You didn't do that.
Yeah.
So what were you before?
We'll say I was half elf.
Okay. So you're just a half elf. So you guys are kind of just sitting in the cell now. Vilhelm, I told you had a black eye, but you can surmise the reason why is because the clear from last night kind of knocked you out with it.
Yeah.
All right, so Breathweaver, stop looking at the chessboard right now. We need to focus on how to get out of this cell.
Yeah, what the hell happened to my face? It hurts like a motherfucker.
That's the dangers of getting so dazed by watching fights. Never again. Never again.
Well, I was not exactly watching fight. I was in the fight.
You can
So,
be doing both. Anyway, Breathweaver, stop distracting us. I think I have an idea for how to get out of here.
What is it?
Once one of the guards walks by, I can put on a little bit of a distraction. See? Well, I won't spoil it because I need your reactions to be genuine, but it's...
Well, I have also a kind of an idea. What would be a good one-word way to tell someone to let us go?
Release.
Alright, so I have a potential magical contingency plan because one of the spells that I have basically can say a word and then person might listen to that single word. So...
Well, okay. When I said release, I guess now we don't know what he's gonna release. He could release anything, his bowels.
That is probably...
Maybe just tell him to stop.
Open.
And once he's stopped, well, open could work. But if he stopped, then we could just grab the key off him.
What about sleep? That way he won't stop and then keep moving afterwards.
But then what if we cannot reach him while he is on ground?
Telling him to go to sleep doesn't mean he'll go to sleep. It'll probably take like 5 minutes for him to go to sleep.
What? You guys are great. So you guys are kind of discussing now. So we have plan one, which is, well, I mean, I'm just gonna say plan one because Vilhelm kind of finished his first saying, just like commanding this guy to stop or open or releasing his bowels, at the door. Yours was, oh, what was it? You said you're gonna do a genuine reaction.
Well, no one knows what my plan is. Yet.
All right. So.
Do you want like a increase to your ability to do that? I can grant
Breathweaver,
that.
if we go with my plan, it's going to need to look... Does anyone have any sort of magic that can create any harmless illusory sensations like light or sound?
No, I do not have that.
You want light or fog?
I mean, why do I have to choose? Can you do both?
Not at the same time, I don't think.
Alright. Should have lowered my expectations. Alright. That's fine. Do light if we go with my plan. Which we should, because it involves me.
All right. And does Breathweaver have a plan, or is he all gung-ho for Aul's plan?
Let's do it. Oh.
Alright, Breathweaver,
I'm gung-ho for this.
Vilhelm, when you see the guard, yell at him that something's going horribly wrong to bring him over here. And then that's when I'll do it.
Should I set the bed on fire?
No, not yet. That's
That
step 4.
Setting bed on fire might not be a best plan.
But it would be a reason to call the guard over naturally.
No, I'm the reason.
There are other ways to do it. Because like I could try and command the guard to approach when if a guard walks by. I could try and do that.
Yeah, say something's horribly wrong with me. And then, when they come over there, I'll demonstrate what's going on. It's
Alright.
foolproof.
Well, we have to wait for the guard to come over, or do you want me just to start shouting?
Start
like,
shouting. Make it seem genuine.
All right. So as you all are now joking about ways, or actually coming up with legitimate ways to get out of this cell, and you say that you're going to start screaming to get the guard's attention, you all hear a loud, ear-piercing scream come from down the hallway in the prison. And it sounds unnatural and very high-pitched.
They're doing my plan.
Yeah, it sounds like someone's already beating us to the punch.
I guess so.
Scream louder! Ah!
So Breathweaver starts yelling, and the unnatural screech kind of subsides, and then a moment later, you see about 3 guards walk down the hallway very slowly and stand outside of your cell, each one with a very blank-looking stare on their faces and their mouths kind of open and jaws very slacked. One of them kind of just like stares at you guys almost as if like waiting for a prompt.
I scream at him. Ah!
Once I hear them coming, I'm gonna spring the plan, though it seems like they're not in their right state of mind. Either way, my plan is I'm going to make it look like my body's like swelling up a lot, like almost like Veruca Salt in the in what is that movie? Oh, Charlie and the Chocolate Factory.
You mean Willy Wonka? So like the
It's
blue thing?
same goddamn thing.
Hey now.
You're an all-star.
And then as it's coming, like swelling up, I'm gonna go, oh God, it's trying to come out, stop it!
So you see the guards kind of just like they're kind of blankly staring at you, Aul, as you're kind of large, blue, and bloated. Were you gonna So one of them moves to open up the cell door with the key, like very slowly, and what I want, Vilhelm, what I want you to do is, can you actually roll me a perception check?
All right. 9.
So you're able to tell that these guards are brandishing clubs.
If I'm seeing them walking up to a club, I'm gonna stop. Like, I feel like
They're not walking up to a club.
walking up.
They're not going out partying.
Yeah. But if I see them walking up to me, and I feel like I would have stopped almost instantly.
Yeah. So yeah, he walks up to you with the club above his head. And Owl, what are you going to do? Like, I will definitely give the reaction. You're not going to get like bopped before you can do anything.
All right, I'm going to attempt to body slam him with my now giant stomach.
How would you even roll that? Go ahead. Yeah, go ahead and make a.
I'm gonna see if I can just jump off the bed, almost like a wrestling move, and just land on him.
All right. So, yeah. Actually, acrobatics. Yeah, that'd be acrobatics.
All right. That was a 16.
Okay. So you get that 16, and you absolutely topple onto this onto this man, and he's kind of stuck underneath
Morley,
here.
in post, can you make that a bowling ball noise?
Oh my god.
So you guys, you're gonna be rolling initiative now, and then I'll write it down to keep track of it. And you guys are essentially, you've body slammed one of the guards, and the other two kind of enter. Now, like, with clubs also like kind of raised above their head, and we're gonna roll that initiative.
I assume we have none of our equipment on us, right?
You actually didn't have your equipment taken off of you.
Oh, okay.
Great police force.
Yeah. They're not great.
17.
9.
14.
So Breathweaver, it's your turn now as you see two more guards kind of at the door and one underneath Owl's stomach. What do you and Owl roll your damage for that attack?
What would I roll for that?
I'd say just like a D4, yeah. This is technically like an
D8.
unarmed strike.
No.
No. You don't get this.
A 5.
Alright, so you are able to successfully body slam that guy. Now he's on the floor prone. So Breathweaver, you're up.
I'm going to. So, what's the layout of the cell?
So right now the cell is about like I'd say like maybe 20 like 10 feet by 10 feet. There are two guards at the front of the door that are just now walking in. You are sitting at a table in the center of the room. Another guard is on the complete left side of the room underneath Owl.
I'm going to kick the like Sparta kick the one attacking Owl back to the well, I don't know if I'll push him back at all, but I'm gonna cast Inflict Wounds.
So you're gonna cast Inflict Wounds on the guy underneath Owl.
Yeah, I'm gonna
Underneath me?
Oh, he's underneath
Yeah.
Owl? Oh,
There's a 500-pound blue Owl on top of him right now.
maybe I don't need to do that then. I'm gonna cast Inflict Wounds on one of the guards at the door. The door then.
What the?
Oh my
Okay.
god.
Did you
Did you try to roll your R?
Did you cast Inflict Wounds on your vocal cords? Alright, go ahead, dude.
Spartan kick them both back through the doorway.
Does a 22 hit?
I think so.
What about a 6?
Alright, yeah, no. So you hit with that large number you had, which I forgot. So go ahead.
Damage is 3d10. That's a d100.
You have a D100.
Well, no, like, you know, the d10.
Oh, the
that you roll
percentile
with the other
die. I
D10.
thought you had a D100. I'm like, Corley. How?
Those exist.
Yeah, like, but like, that's large.
7, 16.
Alright, so you absolutely... this is a kick.
Non-lethally, by the way.
Non-lethally kicking this guy. I won't kill this guy yet. So you kind of inflict wounds. As soon as you like kick him, he kind of goes back like another 10 feet like into the like opposing cell, like up against the other door, and like the door is now kind of it's still open, but now there's only one other guard standing there. So you've dealt 16 damage to him. Is there anything else you can do?
No.
Okay. So now it's actually going to be the guard's turn. So the one that had gotten inflicted wounds upon is going to get up and come back and attempt to strike you, Breathweaver. So let's roll that. Does that hits. you take 5 bludgeoning damage as he smacks you with his club. And then the other guard that's at the door is actually going to move past you, Breathweaver. So he moves past you and heads over towards Vilhelm, and he's actually going to attempt to hit you, Vilhelm. Does a 12 hit? I assume not. All right, perfect. So he misses you as his club kind of sparks up now, and the last guard is going to attempt to push you off of him, Owl. He's going to make a contested strength chest against you. So go ahead and make an athletics or acrobatics roll.
I'll do acrobatics. Oh no, I got a 10.
That's good because he got a 7, so he's still trapped underneath you. And he can't really do anything right now, but next it's actually going to be your turn, Owl.
Alright, I'm going to like attempt to punch him in the face.
Okay, so roll another die 4.
I need to roll my attack, right?
Yes. Oh yeah, sorry. Yeah, you need to roll that. You need to roll that attack first.
Yeah, so I'll attempt to punch him with my right and then with my left.
Alright.
That is a 13.
Oh, that misses.
Oh, do I get advantage since he's prone?
Yes, you do.
Oh. Oh, that's a 16.
You hit.
Okay. And then I roll the other attack. Get advantage on that. The first one was a 14. Second was a 10.
Listening to this is just like pummeling him, but no, you missed with that one.
God damn. This is non-lethal, by the way. The damage is a 7.
7 damage. Well, that's a big fist. So
That's what she said.
He's a big boy right now.
yeah, damn.
For you.
Stop this. All right, so you get him down there. So now it's Wilhelm's turn.
Question. Between the fight now, do we have the effects of a long rest or no?
Yes, you did.
Oh, we do?
Mhm.
That changes everything. What the hell?
Okay, so yeah, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna pull up my Warhammer, cast Spiritual Weapon to conjure like a magical hammer. I'm gonna smack this man's, like...
Dick.
No, actually, what I'm gonna do is with my like Warhammer, which is in my right hand, smack the guy's like I guess left leg in the knee, and then on the left side, basically I'm trying to like hit both kneecap or fuck.
This has been the most roundabout way of someone saying, I'm going to sweep their legs.
No, I want to kneecap the fucker. That's different. All right, so I'm gonna roll the spiritual weapon attack first. All right, so spiritual hammer. That's an 11.
You miss.
Fuck. All right. Warhammer. Oh my fucking god. That's also an 11.
You took 10 minutes to explain 2 attacks that even fucking hit. All right,
man.
no, but
Hey man.
so
I'm
as
trying my darndest.
You see, like, no, I'm flavoring this. So you see Wilhelm is just standing there like the guy in The Hangover, like doing math in his head, and he just absolutely drops both of his warhammers and picks them back up, and that's his turn. So we're gonna go back to Breathweaver. I'm sorry, man, that was funny.
Okay, I am going to, so the door is open, but there's a person under Aul. We could just run, we could book it.
You could. This is a viable option.
I mean, I don't really want to fight these guys. So the only person left blocking the door. Oh, did the guy move back into the door frame?
Well, yeah, he had to move close enough to hit you.
Can I pull him in, or which one had the key?
The one underneath that wool.
Oh, grab the key, and then we can lock them in here. I pull the guard that's in the door inside, and like try to switch places with him. Maybe throw him towards the other guard.
Okay. Roll athletics.
Oh boy, I have a -1 modifier to this. So that's 15, and let me double check if I can do this after I know if I succeed or not. Okay, yeah.
Okay. You failed.
Oof. Oh boy.
I'm gonna use Favor of the Gods to up that by 2d4.
Okay, roll 2d4.
Oh boy.
Indeed.
Oh boy.
I want this guy in jail. Oh boy, 4. So does a 19 beat him?
No, because he rolled an unnatural 20. And he just stands
God
there
damn it.
grappling with you. And so you're kind of like grabbing onto his shoulders, he's grabbing onto yours, so I'm gonna make you roll an investigation check now.
Yep, these are shoulders.
15.
So as you're kind of like inspecting this guy and he's kind of just like standing there with like his mouth like wide open and his eyes like rolling back in his head, you see like the inside of this guard's mouth is like his tongue is completely white and it looks like it's like incredibly fuzzy, and it looks like absolutely disgusting. Like there's something like going on with this guy that is like definitely a demerit to hygiene.
It's a gremlin.
It's definitely a gremlin. Yeah, so he's like, you see like there's like this weird like moldish stuff inside of his mouth as you're grappling with him, and you're just like you're so disgusted that you kind of like lose your grip, and that's how I'm gonna call it on the fail there. After that, is there anything else you can do or no?
I can quickening spell cast gust on him and try to blow him into the room since that didn't work. Me moving him.
Try to blow him was a bad way to start a sentence.
Yeah. So
I'm gonna blow him and then maybe he'll get in the room.
all right. So
Oh boy.
Oh boy!
so you use quickening spell as a sorcerer ability.
Premature
and then you're
spell,
gonna-
actually.
Yeah. Oh my god. This is cast gust. Just cast it.
Oh wait, no, he has to make a saving throw. Sorry,
What
I don't
is
roll
it?
for that.
Dexterity or Constitution?
He makes a strength save.
Oh my god. All right. What does he have to beat?
14.
He rolled a 10. So he is pushed in the direction you want him to. How far?
5 feet. So I step to the side and I try to get him into the room.
So you just move to the side and a gust knocks him in. Now he just like knocks down. He's prone on the floor now, 5 feet behind you. So close enough to Vilhelm for him to strike him.
Can I jump outside of the cell now? He's like, guys, let's go. Lock them in here. They smell terrible breath. That was a sentence.
They
They smell terrible breath. So
It's my breath.
and it's terrible. So all right. God damn. So as this is happening, I'm actually gonna cut right now in this turn order. As you stepped outside of the cell and you're like, come on now, breath terrible. We're gonna get back over to Ander inside of his cell. And Ander, you hear like, as this is going on, you hear like the same screech as all of your friends did. And so does Abel. And you both kind of stand up now with like a jolt. And Abel just says like, what the hell was that? And a moment later, you guys hear the sounds of the fight breaking out, and then Breathweaver going like, "Breath smell bad, let's go!" And like, as soon as you hear this, Abel kind of whips out his quarterstaff and strikes the lock on the cell door, and it flies off, and he's like, "All right, let's move." So you guys are outside of the cell now, so we'll roll you in on the next initiative pass. But for now, it's actually going to be the guards' turn. So one of them stands up, the one that got knocked over, and doesn't head towards you, Breathweaver, but instead heads towards Vilhelm, as he's the closest thing in his line of sight. And he attempts to hit you, does a 12 hit.
Nope.
Nope. The other one attempts to hit you, Vilhelm. Your kneecap specifically does a 16 hit.
Motherfucker, it does.
Damn. All right. So he hits your kneecaps, and he's gonna roll.
Vilhelm is visibly perturbed that this man stole his kneecapping strategy.
And performed it better. So he hits you for 3 bludgeoning damage and 3 lightning damage as his club kind of sparks up and like sends like a jolt down your knees or down your leg. And the other one is going to attempt to again wrestle you now, Aul, to get out from underneath your fatness.
All right.
Roll.
Oh, that was a nat 20.
God damn it! All right, so you see, like he kind of like grabs onto your fat, but you mold it in such a way that it just falls over
He
him
gets
again.
his arm stuck into my fat. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's like that scene from The Boys with like that chick and the landlord.
Oh my god.
Vin, before I forget, because I got hit, I have to roll concentration on spiritual weapons. I'll just do that now, real
Sure.
quick.
Go ahead. Yeah.
14. I should be all set.
I was gonna say that was gonna be the shortest, most useless spiritual weapon ever.
It went for the kneecaps, and it never went further than that. So now we're gonna go over to Aul's turn. So you're now smothering this man underneath you.
I think if you'll allow it, I have an idea for if I can flavor the nat 20.
Sure.
I want to like attempt to grab the key off of his side, like off his hip, wherever it is.
Sure. Yeah. Go ahead and roll me a sleight of hand check.
And then, 1 second.
I'll allow the nat 20 to facilitate you doing that.
Okay. 1 second. A 23.
Well, that works.
So then, as I grab the key off him, I'm gonna while I'm still kind of like lying on top of him, I'm gonna do like a forward roll out of the jail cell over him as my attack.
Okay. So you do the forward roll over him out of the jail cell. So he's going to attempt to stop you.
His hand's stuck in the stomach. He just rolls with all wool.
His hands are stuck in my stomach. He should have disadvantage.
Yeah, I'm gonna roll a dexterity check.
All right.
Or a dexterity save to do that, because he's attempting to grapple you.
That was a 14.
All right, he rolled a 17, and that was completely fair. So as he attempts to grapple you now, as you're trying to get out, he kind of grasps his hands around your ankle, and you kind of look back at him as you're a little like pissed off that he's that he's like, you know, stopping your swift getaway, and you can see on his face now he's got like.
How would he grab my ankles if I'm doing a forward roll over him? My ankles would be above my head, Vin.
Yeah,
He has really long arms.
he's got some long arms. So you see he kind of grabs your ankle and he tries to stop you, and you look back and you see like his mouth is kind of foaming, and there's like visible veins popping on like his forehead.
So like if I'm doing a forward roll and he grabbed my ankles, I think we'd be like face to face at this point, because I didn't go over him, because I was lying on top of him, tried to do a forward roll, but he grabbed my ankles.
Yeah.
How tall are you?
This does not matter. Well, actually, yes, it does matter.
No, we're just like about to kiss. That's how it's framed right now. I'm 6'2".
His arms are actually 6 feet long.
I'm 6'2". His mouth was foaming, and we're about to kiss. But you
This sounds like the beginning of a bad dojo.
Yeah, it's terrible. So you kind of just see him like mouth out to you. He's like, "Kill me," as he's kind of like grasping onto you, and that's going to be. I mean, is there anything else you can do? I think after your forward roll.
Yeah, I can.
Kill him.
Yeah, I'll use my bonus action
To kill him.
So in addition, I'm gonna use my mage hand. Ledger, I have a special mage hand. I'm gonna use that to basically give the key to Breathweaver. That's
Okay,
my bonus
so you pass the key over to Breathweaver with your ledger main bonus action. So you see like a hand floating towards you, Breathweaver, and you see like the key. Where'd you go? So you get the key. You get the key ring now, and it's now Vilhelm's turn.
All right, so what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna reattempt my my kneecapping strategy.
Okay.
It's oh my motherfucker!
Is it 11?
No, it's not one.
Oh no!
Alright.
He kneecaps himself.
All right, so you nat one, so that means it's my turn to describe what happened. So you've nat one and you go to attack this guy's kneecap, and you actually hit your kneecap. You're not gonna suffer any damage, but you're gonna get half movement until your next turn. So that's kind of not beneficial for you getting out of this cell. But you still have your extra attack though,
Alright,
unless you.
So I'm gonna use my seeing as how the kneecap plan has just failed horrendously, I'm gonna try and just smack the guard over the top of the head with the spiritual hammer, and hope to God that works.
Okay, go for it.
All right, that is, I think it's a 22.
Yeah, that hits.
Oh, thank God.
Are you sure?
Praise be to
I'm
Big
pretty
Hef.
sure. Big Hef in the house.
Big Hef, clearly not a fan of kneecaps.
He's not. What's the damage?
12 force damage.
Okay. Oh, that's spicy. So
You
now.
kill him.
No, you don't. So he gets bopped in the head, and this guy looks a little bit more dazed as he kind of like bites down on his tongue. And
He's really enjoying the fight.
no, he's really not.
He's just so dazed.
So Breathweaver, you're up.
Aren't we rolling in the other guys now?
No, they're gonna be coming in. They're gonna be coming in after the guard's turn.
I was the top of the turn order, wasn't
They're
I?
dazed
Yes,
watching
you
the
are.
fight, so they're not entering.
Yeah, they're not
You guys
entering.
are really salty about that.
Yes, they are.
You didn't have your gold taken from you, Plumber.
Yeah, I lost 50 gold. I have to go get
Breathweaver.
that after this.
Your turn.
What can I do to help my party escape from here?
Get him off my ankles. He's got my beautiful ankles.
Thinking about Owl's ankles.
I go back in and I try to roll. I grab Owl's fat and try to roll him
You what?
through the door.
So you grab Aul and you try to push him through the door?
No, I try to roll him back through the door with me. Like, try to pull him because he's currently stuck on the ankles. I'm trying to pull his ankles free by rolling him further.
Okay. So roll
And-
athletics to see if you can like. Oh boy.
11.
I'm gonna make.
Wait,
a
no,
contest.
I'm gonna advantage that.
How?
Yeah, no, 11. That was I used human determination to try and help him, but
Well,
you're a
congratulations. You beat my 6. So you're able to wrest him free, and you kind of just like football carry Aul over to the door. And now you guys are both outside, and Vilhelm's sitting there with a busted kneecap and like 2 guards in front of him. So that's it for you right now. So now it's going to be the guards' turn, and all the guards now are kind of just like, one was on the floor, they're both looking at Vilhelm. The one on the floor gets up and heads over to Vilhelm, so now he's being flanked by 3 guards, and they're all gonna attempt to smack on you, all aiming at your kneecaps.
Isn't one prone?
Yeah, he gets up, it's his turn.
He gets an even better shot at your kneecaps.
Oh god.
Yeah. He gets advantage. But he rolled a 19, so that hits. You take 4 damage. 2 of it is bludgeoning, 2 of it is lightning. The other one is going to attempt to hit you, and that's a 17. That hits, I guess, right?
Alright, 3 total. So I'm gonna roll concentration on spiritual hammer. Nat 20, so that works. Second hit's a 17. That hits.
Yep. He deals 3 bludgeoning damage and 3 lightning damage.
Alright, concentration again. Holy fuck, another nat 20.
Jesus. Okay. And the last one misses you because he rolled a 12. So you're just getting mollywopped by these guards now, but now it's the guards' turn. It's going to be rolling in Ander and Abel, so we'll have you guys actually roll in, like, you're not actually gonna have to roll initiative, you'll just come in that portion of the order. So Ander, what do you want to do?
Oh, do we see them down the hallway?
Yeah, you see, they run down the hallway towards you guys, and they're standing outside of the cell with you, and you guys, it just looks like you guys are just standing there inspecting Vilhelm, as Vilhelm is getting attacked by 3 guards.
I would like to explain to them, we're trying to lock the guards in the cell so they can't do any harm to anyone. I have the key here.
Well, don't lock Vilhelm in there with him.
Well, he decided to decap himself for some reason. It was really weird.
So you guys kind of see that. So Ander, what's your plan?
I'm just gonna cast an Eldritch Blast at one of the guards.
Okay.
Ooh,
So
unexpected.
go ahead, roll Eldritch Blast.
And before he gets the kill.
Non-natural 20.
You kill him.
Well, yeah. Roll the damage.
I'm on the edge of my seat.
9.
There it is. So you hit the one that was standing up in front of Vilhelm, and as you throw that Eldritch Blast, it kind of like goes towards his helmet, and it blows the left chunk of his helmet off. And you see the guard kind of just like fall to the ground, presumably lifeless, as he's missing a large chunk of the left side of his head.
Leave it to Ander to go killing again.
So there's Ander with the casual murder.
Ander loves killing.
I know.
Find someone who loves you the way Ander loves killing.
That's a wrap. So then Abel's going to go in and attempt to smack the guard that's on the ground. Hot damn. All right. Woo. All right. So he smacks the guard that's on the ground, and he attacks twice. Okie dokie then. And you see him just like absolutely smack that other guard's helmet, but this one's doesn't fall off. This guard kind of like knocks out unconscious on the ground, as he was able to do it in a melee range, and he tries to offer you his hand, Vilhelm.
I take it.
Perfect. So you're able to move a little bit closer to the door now as he expended a little bit of movement. You guys are literally like 2 feet in front of the door, so it's now actually going to be no, you get out because it was going to go to Aul's turn anyway. So you're out. All of you are outside of the cell. One guard has a head blown off. One of them is unconscious, and the other one just like kind of looks towards the door.
I shut it.
Aul, it's your turn. All right. So Breathweaver closed.
It's not your turn, actually, Breathweaver.
So Aul steals the key. So Aul, what are you gonna
He swings
do?
it. Give me that back.
Well, did Vilhelm get out?
Yeah, Vilhelm's out. He's out.
Alright. Aul is going to walk up into the cell. He's gonna slowly lose weight so he's not giant.
He's gonna go on a keto diet.
Yeah. And he walks up to the guard and says, "Here's my right. Now remain silent," as I punch him in the throat.
All right. So roll your damage.
That was an 18.
Yeah, you hit. Roll the d4.
Ooh, that was an 8. Non-lethal, by the way.
Yep, so you non-lethally throat punch this guy.
Wait, with plus modifiers. I was like, how did you roll an 8 on a D4?
On a d4, yeah, I had the same question earlier, and I'm like, it's because he's a rogue. So so you throat punch this guy, and he kind of just like, he can't really talk, I guess, or make any noise right now because his throat got punched.
Is he still up?
Yeah, he's still up.
I'm gonna punch him again to knock him out. I want to knock him out.
All right, to attempt to knock him out, go ahead.
So yeah, Owl is going to headbutt him.
Owl? For some reason he's silent.
I might have gotten DC'd.
Damn. That's not good.
Hey guys, time for the behind the scenes segment where we fuck up.
Yeah. So here's the fun facts for today. If for those of you who are tuning in for perhaps the first time to Good Job Adventures,
What are you doing on this episode?
Ander is the certified murderer. And he just, he goes around killing people. Stabs, no
He
problem. Eldritch Blast, you got it.
He's always the one to get the last kill in like 90% of our fights.
Yeah, it's pretty great. One person got knocked out, one person got killed.
He also like weirdly refuses to eat anything except meat. Like
He refuses to eat anything but meat.
Yeah. All right, lit. So roll the attack, and you may be able to knock him out.
Oh, that was a 25.
Okay, so you hit.
And I did a 6.
All right, yeah. No, that's it. So you're able to very cleanly knock this guy out as you kind of like headbutt him, and you see. Well, I would say his eyes would roll back inside of his head, but they were already like that.
They roll back to normal. They roll all the way around.
They roll back. They do a 360. So actually no, 180. So it comes back and then he falls to the ground. So 2 knocked out guards, 1 dead left chunk of head gone guard, and you guys have ended your combat.
none guard left beef.
Well, so when I was doing my attempted somersault, one of them told me to kill him.
Oh. So I guess I did what they wanted me to do. Whoops.
Whoops.
So, I mean...
Andrew, I do not think that is the proper response to accidentally killing a man.
Whoops, I didn't mean to kill him if he wanted to die.
Whoopsie is all murder.
I mean, Ander, they want you to kill them, so there's 2 others. If you wanna... if you satisfied your daily quota of murder, then there's 2 of... Yep. Anyways, if you don't mind shielding your eyes, I'm about to change into some police attire. I'm gonna see if I can, disguise myself as one of them.
While Aul is costume changing, we're gonna cut back to Eligos.
I'm cop playing.
You're cop playing. We're gonna head over to Eligos. So, Eligos, as you move through the foliage with your friend, as he leads you, he kind of picks up some conversation. He says, "So Eligos, I really needed some extra muscle for this one. I figured, what better than one paladin clad in armor, right?"
Yeah, I guess it's, not the worst option.
Yeah, definitely not. So, there are a couple of weird-looking plants blocking my way to this extract, and I just needed you to distract them for me.
I'm sorry, what?
You think you can... There's a couple of weird plants in front of some extract, so I just needed you to distract them for me. I hope that's all good.
Fine.
I should only need, like, a minute and a half.
Just do it.
All right. Well, we're almost there, and as he kind of like brushes through more of the foliage, he kind of, you guys kind of come up to a clearing, and he kind of points in there and he says, "All right, yeah, so that's it." And you take a good look, Eligos, and you see there's a large tree in the center of this clearing with a hollow in the middle, and standing to the sides of the tree are 2 humanoid creatures, seemingly to be made from bark. And as you kind of glance over them, and he says, "You think you can handle it?"
Would I know exactly what these creatures are, like dryads or whatever?
Roll nature.
11.
So you're not sure if they're dryads or tree people, but like they look. It just looks like a human, in bark.
Right.
Just bark-skinned human. So that's as much as you can glean from that 11. So he kind of just like gives you the eyes, and he's like,
Before I give a response, I just want to real quick try to determine if these 2 are the only ones around, or if there are others waiting in ambush, clever girl style.
Sure. No clever girl. So roll perception. You want to avoid clever girl.
2?
Yes, there are. So you rolled a 2. You only see 2 of them. If you had rolled a 20, you would have seen 20. But as you kind of take a look, yeah, you only see the 2 of them there. There's nothing else around to your knowledge.
I said to him, just let me know when I'm clear to buzz off.
And he kind of just like looks at you and he gives you a thumbs up. And as soon as he does that, he like completely disappears from your sight. Like he was standing there and then he wasn't.
Oh boy.
So now you're kind of just standing there. Like are you gonna mosey on up? Like what's your game plan?
My game plan is this looks like a great spot for me to get ganged up on, and without knowing that there are whether or not there are more than 2, I'm going to like try to find a stone nearby and kind of toss it into the clearing.
Okay. So yeah, there's like a stone about like 2 feet away from you. Go ahead, roll like a dex check to throw it.
Wow. You said dex check?
Yeah, dex check.
That's a 4.
So you throw the rock, and it lands exactly 4 feet in front of you.
I'm getting all my bad rolls out now.
Yeah, so you're getting the bad rolls out now. So it lands with like a large like thunk, like Tyler's dice. And then you see like both of the bark skin looking people kind of just like look at you, and then immediately start walking over towards you. So I'm gonna have you roll initiative.
All right, yeah, that's fair. All right, 15. We're getting somewhere.
15. All right, I'm gonna roll their initiative. Oh, all right, that's pretty good. So you're gonna be going first, Eligos. What's your? So these two guys kind of come up to you. They're holding clubs in their hand, just like wooden clubs, and they're kind of like menacing, like as they move towards you. What you gonna do?
So I guess I'll start moving into the clearing, and is one like closer, or are they pretty much the same distance?
They're pretty much the same distance. They're kind of moving in unison.
Right. I'm gonna move a little towards them, but not like right up to them, and I'm just gonna prepare a reaction attack for when one of them like gets close enough to hit.
Okie doke. So one of them, now it's their turn, gets close enough to hit you, and is going to smack you with a club. What you gonna do?
I'm gonna hit them. I'm not gonna hit them.
So you miss, as you attempt to smack the tree person, and then they're both going to attempt to attack you. So, that misses. Oh, that misses for sure. Yep, that completely misses. So,
are you sure you don't want to double check that my AC is 8?
No, it was a 9 this time. So actually, yeah, is a 9 hit?
No, bitch.
All right. All right. Does a 26 hit?
I've had a long rest on the way here, right?
Yeah, you had a long rest on the way
good.
here. So, he smacks you for 8. Hold up. Oh no. There we go. 12 bludgeoning damage as he smacks you with his club. And you feel like some pretty hefty plant weight behind that one. So you take 12 bludgeoning damage as he absolutely smacks you with the club. You kind of go back 2 feet. And then kind of out of the corner of your eye, you see for a second your friend like getting closer to the tree. He's about like maybe 15 feet away, so not too bad. So now these two looking bark people kind of just like look at you, and you see like they kind of talk to each other in some sort of language that you're not necessarily familiar with, and they sound like they're kind of mocking you, almost like kind of laughing at you as they just like go like, as they attempt to go in for the next rally of attacks. But it's your turn now.
It is my turn. I'm gonna just try to swing again at one of them.
Okay, so go ahead and attempt to make that strike.
That is a nat 20.
Okay, yeah, so
Here it
perfect,
is.
right after mocking, right after talking shit. So go ahead, smack that guy.
Talk shit, get hit.
Catch these hands.
Are you punching it?
No, these hands is the name of my longsword.
Oh, okay. That's what I thought. I read that on your character sheet. So
Damn it, that's min damage. It's 4.
Wow. Okay, so that was gonna be impressive. But
Oh wait, yeah, I need to roll it twice. I forgot. It was a nat
Yeah.
20.
yeah,
All right. Well, it was a 2. So
6 damage.
yeah.
All right, so you make like a very impressive slice. Like you bring your longsword like completely horizontal on one of these tree people, and like you can even like you can kind of feel like the air is shaking after like you've made this slice, but it only deals 6 damage. You don't, of course, like as a player, you don't really know what that means, but you see the two tree people kind of just like look, their eyes kind of widen for a quick second, and then they kind of start laughing at you again as they kind of just like brush your sword off to the side, and as you see they start their turn, the cut that you made on them actually kind of recedes as it kind of reforms the bark. So one of them attempts to hit you and does a 15 hit.
No.
All right, next. Ah, okay. So does a 22 hit.
Yes.
All right. So now oh my god. 2, 3, 4. All right. So you're gonna take 12 bludgeoning damage as this guy strikes you.
Come on.
Yes.
I'm not looking good.
Yeah. So this guy hits you for another 12 bludgeoning damage as he like
he's gonna
mimics
get
your
hellish
strike.
rebuked.
Okay. So roll that hellish rebuke. They have to make a save for that, right?
Creature must make a dex saving throw.
So let me make that dex saving throw. Yeah, that's a 3. So what's the damage?
All right, so I have to cast it at 2nd level, I think. Yeah, because of my race thing.
All right.
So that's That's 2d10 fire.
All right.
Ooh.
That could be good.
Super hot fire.
Super hot.
Oh boy.
That's 17 fire.
Okay. Oh my god.
I'm guessing this is gonna be more than 17.
Yeah. So you see as you kind of hellish rebuke, it just hits the one that smacked you. And while he was like kind of mocking your strike earlier, you see like some of the bark kind of sets on fire as he absolutely screeches back in pain. Like kind of takes like a good 10 foot like leap back as you struck him pretty bad with that. Man, that's yikes. So he kind of like goes to the ground. Then the other tree person that was kind of laughing with him, kind of sets his eyes on you, and like the yellow glowing eye that he had before like kind of turns red, and he ain't looking too happy. So it's your turn now, Eligos, and you take another quick peek. You see your friend is like right in front of the tree.
I'm going to cast Searing Smite.
Okay, on the one that eyes went red, or the one that's currently burning? Oh, on you. Oh,
yeah.
Okay.
So the next time you hit it costs one bonus action. Next time you hit a creature with a melee weapon attack during the spell's duration, your weapon flares with a white hot intensity. Deals an extra 1d6 fire damage.
Okay.
And I'm gonna cast it at level 1 because
that's hot. Yes.
Feel hot.
All right, so go ahead. So you kind of like put like a flame tinge on your weapon, and like the other like woodland creature kind of looks at you almost in horror.
I'm gonna like kind of brandish it in front of it, like as if to say like last chance to walk away.
All right. So you kind of like last chance it. So like the one on the ground kind of looks spooked, but he kind of like almost scaredly holds his weapon, and the other one kind of just like puts up a shield arm, and they're determined.
All right. I'm gonna attack the one that's up, I guess.
Okay, standing in front of you. So go ahead.
It's a 14.
Okay. You unfortunately miss. So now it's gonna be their turn. So they're going to attempt to hit you. The first one, 17. Does that hit?
No.
Okay. Nice. 21.
Yeah, I'm probably gonna be unconscious now.
All right. So you get hit, and you take. That's not too bad. You only take 8 damage.
Oh, good. I'm unconscious.
Okay. So as you kind of just get like absolutely smacked over the head, you see with like your last like conscious moments, your friend kind of like grabbing something outside of the hollow of the tree. He kind of looks like he's ripping something out of like the heart of it, and then he disappears. So during this unconscious time, you have that same dream again where where your successor attempts to like just essentially obliterate you inside of the middle of a combat field, as you kind of just like stand up this time, block it. There's like different events are unfolding as you continue to go through this terrible dream, and then you wake up one more time, but this time also in the back of a carriage with some bandages on you, as you see your companion sitting across. This time, instead of passing you an apple as he did before, he passes you a health potion. He's like, "You good?"
I'm gonna down it like immediately.
Yeah. So you're at 1 HP. It's 2d4 plus 2, and that's what you're gonna heal for. And he kind of says, "Well, you had him going for a little while there. I thought that fire was gonna come through for you, but unfortunately, Not too great.
Yeah.
All right. Well, glad you're safe, and thanks for helping me out as he kind of like holds up a small vial full of like this light blue liquid. And he says, "That's exactly what I was looking for. This is gonna be a big help, Eligos. Really appreciate it."
Well, it's time to fill your end of the bargain.
You got it. Well, from actually what I've heard is your friends are clean out of jail right now. Should be walking out the front doors as we speak.
So, they're already out of jail.
Mm-hmm.
And so I did this for you for nothing.
Oh no, we no, I didn't do it for you for nothing. They're out of the doors as per my information. They're out of their cell.
Oh, sorry. That was me misunderstanding.
He kind of like looks a little scared. He's like, "You good?
Yeah.
Like, are we cool?"
Yeah, we're cool.
All right. Okay. So yeah, you kind of feel the carriage bumpily moving over the road as you guys are now back inside of Ruel, and he kind of pulls up the carriage in front of the police station, and we're actually going to cut back into the police station now, or the jail, where the rest of the party is.
As we're walking through the jail towards the entryway, do we see other people who were at the fight?
So you're able to see there's one other cell where you see someone that you actually know, and it's Liquor. Kind of just like,
Can I unlock that door?
sure. You walk up to Liquor's cell, and he you unlock the door. He's like,
Hey, thanks. I didn't really want to be locked in here.
I had a feeling that was the case.
Thanks.
Neither did we.
so you've unlocked his cell, and Owl, you were cop playing.
Yes. I'm wearing wearing cop clothing. I have a furry mouth, fuzzy mouth, or whatever.
Yeah, it's a furry mouth.
You have a fuzzy mouth. All right.
Either one.
Ooh, ooh. What's this?
Furry mouth, rinse it out.
Get some mouthwash. So you guys are kind of just like standing in the middle of the hallway now. I mean, you can move towards the entrance. Perhaps there could be a couple of officers there. But for right now, you guys are just standing in the middle of the hallway. Nothing crazy's happening. What you
I
gonna do?
think I should take the lead, given that I look like a cop. Am I right?
That is good plan.
He's not a cop?
No,
Oh,
it is disguise.
I like this disguise.
So that was Zucker speaking, and you see Abel kind of like silently standing there. He's like, "Yeah, sounds like a good idea."
All right, then why don't you follow me?
All right, so all of them kind of follow behind you, Aul, and you kind of like get to the front of the you get to the front of the jailhouse into like the office section, and the only thing you can see here so far is just a cop asleep at the front desk.
Is he sleeping with his mouth open?
Yeah, he's kind of snoring.
I'm gonna look into his mouth and see if it's fuzzy.
Okay, so you look inside. You take a look inside of his mouth, and just roll me an investigation check.
That was a 19.
Yeah, you look inside of his mouth, and it's like there's not a lot of fuzz there, but there's just a little bit.
I'm gonna go back to the party and whisper. So whenever this fuzzy disease is, whatever that's spreading to people. Oh wait, this isn't my voice. Yeah, so whatever this fuzzy disease is, that guy's starting to catch it a little bit.
That does not sound great.
Yeah, we gotta make sure whatever this is not gonna spread to any of us. Everyone open your mouth.
Clean out your mouth, Owl, with some soap.
Yeah, well, you kind of got a lot of the fuzz in your mouth right now, but it's obviously fake fuzz.
Yeah, I'm part of the fuzz. I don't see the big deal.
Oh my God! I didn't even think about that. I should have called them the
Ben,
fuzz.
I thought that you did.
Oh my God!
Ben.
All right, no, I didn't.
Fucking shameful.
Damn.
Owl, does this stuff feel like warm in your throat? Is it hot fuzz?
It's lukewarm.
It's hot fuzz. It's a little ugh. But yeah, you have the fuzz, but you're looking in like your other party members like mouths, I guess, if you're doing like a quick inspection, but you don't see any fuzz. But like you look in Liquor's mouth, he's like, there's no fuzz. Same thing with Abel. He's got no fuzz either. And I guess you guys are just gonna like walk out the front door. I mean, unless you want to like rifle through some like police documents or something, but I don't know.
Yo, Breathweaver, where'd our gold go? That's what I'm wondering.
Yeah, let's, hey, Liquor, did you see what they did with the, auction guy?
And he's like, you see Licorice, he's like,
Well, I don't know where the auction guy is, but I think he's in the back. If they were holding anything, they'd put it inside the loot cabinet.
Let's go check out the loot cabinet, guys.
And he's like, sure, it's right there.
and you look at the, you look at like the cabinet like right above the guard's sleeping head, and it just says loot cabinet.
That's convenient. All right.
Isn't loot cabinet like $20 a month?
I will open the loot cabinet. Hopefully no loot falls out onto the sleeping god.
Breathweaver, why don't you let me open it? You are very loud. I'm also a cop.
Fair enough. I'll let Aul open it.
I got a nat 20.
God damn it.
I got a 28 total.
Why is everyone else getting the good rolls?
All right, so you roll the stealth. You just open it up completely silently, and inside is around 150 gold, as well as there's a few pearl necklaces. You actually see like one really nice looking quarterstaff, not Clear's quarterstaff, but a nice one is inside of there. But other than that, nothing else pretty crazy. So 150 GP and a nice looking quarterstaff.
Well, I'll split the GP with Breathweaver because I feel like that was our gold. I'll give the quarterstaff to Ander, and the pearl necklaces, I'll give one to Vilhelm. I say, it'll look good on you.
I appreciate it, as like Wilhelm tries his darndest to put the necklace on.
Alright. God. But pretty much you guys have, I picked this place clean for now. There's a sleeping fuzzy guard mouth. Wow, I said that sentence just as well as Breathweaver did. And the door is kind of just in the front. If you guys want to do anything else while you're here?
On a notepad, I'm gonna write, go to Larry's bar. It has a great ball pit. Alright, let's head out.
Yeah, let's head out.
All right. So as soon as you guys
Skedaddle.
exit to the street now, you kind of just see you see a carriage pulled up in front of the police station, and Eligos from inside of the carriage. You kind of just like look out, like peek through the tarp, and you can see your friends plus Avel and Liquor, your favorite character in this campaign, walk out, and you see your colleague just standing there. He's like, "See, what did I tell you?"
What did he tell you? That guy didn't do anything for us. Don't listen to him.
You're not even
Eligos
there.
looks over at his quote-unquote friend. Well, after what Aul said, he's kind of like...
Well, I mean, I guess he didn't help you out. He's like, listen, all I said was I knew that they were getting out, and I helped them get out a little bit. Had some guys on the inside.
Were your guys the guards that attacked us, or...?
Eligos is now definitely giving this dude the side eye.
Friends that attacked you.
One of them tried to smack me with a club because I turned fat.
Now he's giving less side eye because like
Hold on. Here is thing. We were all smacked around by individuals. Is whatever you did to help us out involve like
Don't give him his excuse.
people who were in like weird hypnotic state where like their eyes were rolling back, they had like weird fuzz in the mouth? Was that you?
Fuzzy tongue.
He kind of just like looks at you blankly. He's like, no, I just told my friend Tony to let you out. What the hell happened?
Can I roll insight?
Oh, well, see what happened was not
Sure, go ahead.
we were not let out by someone named Tony. We were attacked by weird like I don't know, half sort of zombie people.
I got a 22 for insight.
You roll a 22 for insight. You're kind of judging what he's saying. Like what he's saying is truthful. He did tell his friend Tony to let you guys out. But in regards to like the actual nature of how he like in regards to like the fuzzy tongue stuff, like he didn't lie about that. So he's telling the truth. He told his friend to let you out. Like there's like he didn't he's not too positive on this fuzzy tongue business.
So you did literally nothing for us.
Oh, well, yeah, I guess so.
I don't even know who you are, but I don't like you.
And you see like Abel from the back of the party kind of just like waving at the guy inside of the wagon. And he says, well, nice to meet you. My name's Cass. And I've been buddying up with your friend Eligos. It's pretty tough. Took on some wood creatures earlier for me today.
regarding that, Eligos is gonna kind of like take the blue thing that he acquired and say, like, I think it's time. I think, given the circumstances, you owe us some explanation about this.
So you're just taking it from his hand? I'm gonna make you roll a dex check for that.
Oh, fuck.
You alright, buddy?
11.
So you go to grab it, and I will DM honestly tell you it was an 18. And he's like, yeah, I'll tell you all about that. I'm actually gonna be using it to grow the tree in the center of the park, but that's not important right now. But if you want a little bit more, payback, I mean, I know you're looking for these towers, right, Eligos?
Yeah.
Well, I'm in the business of raising one.
Thanks for listening to this episode of Good Job Adventures. If you like what you just heard, be sure to let us know by rating the podcast on your preferred listening platform. For questions about the cast, business inquiries, or if you have any more ideas for these outros, because God knows I'm not creative enough to keep doing this, contact us at goodjobadventures@gmail.com. For everything else, follow us on Twitter at GJAdventures. Be sure to tell your friends about us, or anyone really. Thanks again, and we'll see you next time.